You're listening to the Rebel Rebel podcast with Ruairí Carson. Tá sé bhgéisteach leis an fód cruailí Rebel Rebel le Ruairí Carson.
It is Sunday, bloody Sunday, when he shot our people, and the cry for the martyrs filled the Freed's area. Is there anyone here amongst you who'll dare to blame it on our kids? And not a soldier boy lay bleeding when we nailed our coffins. On Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday, it's a day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday is a day. Oh, well, you claim to be maturity, well, you know that that's a lie, 'cause you really are minority in our sweet emerald isle. When storming bands or marches, they've got a lot to learn. For internment is no answer, it's those mothers turn to burn. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Oh, well, you Anglo pigs and Scotties sent to colonise the north, you can wave your fucking Union Jack, 'cause you know what it's worth. How dare you hold to ransom our people proud and free? Leave Ireland for the Irish, turn the British back to sea. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Well, it's always bloody Sunday in the concentration camps. Keep the false road free forever from those fucking English hands. Repatriate to Britain all of the who call it home, and leave Ireland for the Irish, not for London or for Rome. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday's the day.
Well, folks, how you all doing? Welcome along to Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro. Folks, here we go. Exclusively live today on YouTube Live till 4 p.m. Yeah, we kicked off the show there with the great track Sunday, Bloody Sunday. I think originally written by John Lennon of the Beatles. So it was, of course, a version there is from Gary Oak's album Live in Hamburg, one of the greatest sort of solo, sort of Irish rebel albums of our generation, honestly. Fantastic. So yeah, folks, welcome along. So we're here at 4 o'clock today. Get your requests and you want any tunes you're looking for, say, because we are on YouTube, we're not really restricted to what sort of tunes we can play. So get the requests in, folks, and we'll see what we can do for you. Right, so who do we have on? Justin McQuillan. Well, Justin, listen, how listen to that boy there during the week, Mick McLaughlin. I knew who he was actually because I've seen a few videos with him before. But the only thing is, a lot of his stuff, Justin, you can't really play it. It's mostly all stuff he's been singing, busking in the street or in the house, and the quality of it isn't great. I mean, the guy's amazing, brilliant singer, so he's like fair play to him. But if I can get a good version, maybe if you know one, you can send it through to me or something. I'll maybe play it in the show, but I say any of the stuff I've listened to, it's not great quality, so it isn't. So I don't know if I can play it. So there's Mick McLaughlin, the Dublin busker. Eamon Melly, well, Eamon, mate. Listen, Eamon, honestly, yesterday, mate. Oh, mate, I'm still shocked that you gave that to me yesterday, honestly. Fair play to you. There's a lot of people with good hearts in this city, folks, that say I put a wee post up yesterday on Facebook that just shocked me. I mean, all I'm doing is playing a few tunes every week. The stuff I love and sort of live for, and just the generosity that's shown to me by the people who listen to this show is just it just astounds me every week. So honestly, thank you very much. Scott Temperley is all. Scott Temps. Good afternoon. Could you play Kevin Barry from my dad John Temperley, who'll be 85 tomorrow? Yes, mate, I'll get that on for you, and for your dad John as well. Peter Johnson, how you doing, Peter? Hugh McKenna, well, Hugh, good to see you on. Rowan McDonald as well. Rowan, well, what's the crack? Michael Bolton, well, Mick, how you doing? Good afternoon, Ro, mate, looking forward to a great Rebel Sunday and work, happy days. Brian Taggart, afternoon, Ro, here to another great Rebel day. So, folks, if you can share the stream for me, share it on your Facebook or your Twitter or whatever. If you go to, there should be a wee like a share thing on YouTube here. Just copy the link, and we'll see it and try and get as many people listening as because we want it on Facebook. I'm sort of limited to the amount of people who can get listen to the show, sort of for broadcasting way. So I mean, the more people share it, the more people know about it. You know. So here we go. Right here, that's Hugh O'Neill, Brian Taggart's on as well. Son of Earn, 1916. Hey, Ro, hope you're well this fine Rebel day. So Hugh says, can you give us a big shout out to Stephen McLean and Saoirse and Scarlett O'Neill? There you go, Hugh McKenna. Could you play Paddy Kelly off Emer's album? Right, yes, well, I might do that. So I done that a couple of weeks ago, and there's a few people asked for it, so we'll definitely get that on some stage today, mate, not a problem. Martin Heaney, well, Marty, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in again. Ray Callahan, good afternoon, Ro, from Ray and Karen in Dublin. Great to have you on. Thank you very much, as usual, for tuning into the show. Right, so we'll say, I opened up the show there because of obviously this is the usual Bloody Sunday weekend in Derry, folks. So it is. So it's great to hear that the lads, Mickey Kelly and all the boys are who normally run their own page up there in Derry, but they're running a great session this afternoon. I'm so glad they're not starting off to 4 o'clock. Obviously, it's not sort of not clashing my show, which is a fair play to the lads. So yeah, if you could jump over to the new Lizzie O'Farrell's page on Facebook, so just LIZZIE and then O'Farrell's. It's basically the new going to be the Newcastle bar in Derry there. So obviously Alban Norby, the man that runs the bar there. So it's all kicking off at 4 o'clock with Alban Norby. Then Fergal is on at 5 o'clock. Then Sean Mack is on at 6. Luke McLaughlin's on 7. 8 o'clock Glasnevin. Then finishing off probably the first gig the lads have done so long, Kelly's Men, full band at 9 o'clock. So folks, that's on the Lizzie O'Farrell's page. Jump over that there from 4 o'clock today as soon as I'm finished. And don't worry, I'll be posting a few wee links up during the show or later on once I'm finished. I'll put them on the Facebook and stuff. So yep, see the numbers jumping up now, folks. Eamon Mellier says not a problem, mate. Well worth it. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Renzo McMullen, Hills around Dunloy, not a problem. There's Craigie on, shared Facebook and Twitter. Ro, good on, Craigie. Sean Millie's on, good afternoon, Ro. Sean and Terry, happy days. Right, move on with the tunes. So I haven't actually played anything from Emer's live album in a while. I didn't play anything last week, so go to this one here. Of course, brilliant song written by our dad, Jerry Glacken. And it's maybe because this sort of atrocity we're talking about, the Lockall ambush, was in the media this week. Obviously, Triona, Paddy Kelly's daughter, had posted up about basically that just sort of sick and tired of their loved ones being ostracised in the media. I think it's somebody put pictures up this week of obviously the volunteers of them when they were killed, laying on the road and stuff, and their bodies in the ground, which is like it's not really nice to be sharing stuff like that there. So it isn't. And obviously she's lost her father, so she says. It's a massive big thing to deal with, and sort of going on to social media and saying that there is nice at all. So yeah, we're going to do this one here. So this is the Lockall Ambush from Emer McLaughlin's album live in the legendary Rock Bar in West Belfast here, and this is the Lockall Ambush on Rebel Sundays.
We've sung so many songs of fallen heroes. I really thought that I had said it all. But if a song can fill our hearts and raise our spirits, then we'll sing about our martyrs at Lockall. Well, the Irish nation bowed its head in sorrow at such sadness, oh, this country seldom known. For Monaghan had lost a gallant soldier with 7 volunteers from East Tyrone. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all, one and all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make them rue the blood spilled at Lockall. It was on a warm and misty Friday evening. The scent of apple blossom filled the air. That village street seemed quiet and deserted, but hidden eyes were watching everywhere. And that digger bomb had only reached its target. The trap would spawn, a gunfire filled the air. Oh, the SAS did not want any prisoners. Oh, shoot to kill, their orders were quite clear. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spilled at Lockall. They butchered 8 brave volunteers that evening. They were kicked and punched in case they were not dead. They dragged them up and down that Armagh village. They filled their bodies full of British lead. Did you think it would teach us all a lesson? At such savagery the whole world was appalled. But don't you know there are 20 more men waiting for everyone you butchered at Lockall. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all, one and all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spilled at Lockall. Memory of the East Tyrone Brigade. So farewell to Paddy Kelly and Jim Lina. No more you'll lead your fighting unit forth, side by side with Port McCurney and Tony Gormley. Oh, you died to drive the British from the north. Declan Arthurs and the youthful Seamus Donnelly. On that night you were the youngest of them all, with Jerry O'Callaghan and the gallant Eugene Kelly. Your blood still stains the pavements at Lockall. Let me hear you say, oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all, one and all. Or until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spilled at them. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make them rue the blood spilled at Lockall. We will make them rue the blood spilled at Lockall.
Yeah, there we go. So an email there for you. Live the Rock Bar in West Belfast here for you with the Lockall Ambush. Of course, great song written by our father, the legendary Jerry Glecken. So Kev, Son of Ireland, a song from Luke Kelly on his anniversary. Yes, mate, not a problem. We get that on there for you. Pedro is on. Good afternoon, Ro. I will try not to call you when you're driving. Mate, you only ever call me when I'm driving, so you do. And I'll just fill this into the backstory of this, folks. Usually, mate, our Pedro over in Falkirk. He give me a phone call every other day and it's my own from work. So usually I'm still driving the lorry out whenever he rings me. And so I once was driving through Lisburn, through a wee sort of tight road. Literally, he rang me when I was still on the phone to him, knocked my wing mirror off the lorry. So that literally lost the whole front of it. Cost me about 45, 50 quid to replace the plastic of it. So that, and then I had a very close call one other time when he was on the phone to me. And then, maybe should be saying this here, like. And then last week I was on the way home in the van, so I was heading up just by Twinbrook there, and my exhaust pipe in the van, the brake of it fell off, landed at all. I was on the phone now with her, at me for like, Pedro, I have to go here. Something's happened to the van, so that's why I'm saying, listen, I'll try not to call you when you're driving. It cost me a fortune to repair, so he has, but it's bloody phone calls. Right, so we also had James Corbett. Well, James, how you doing? Rebel Sunday, best day of the week. Loud and proud. Cheers, big man. Happy days, James. Michael Ferguson, Celtic AFC, Lennon Leave. Yes, Mickey Ferguson, Keith Taylor, and Philip and friends. I thought this here Lennon thing, folks, is just getting beyond a joke, isn't it? Like, it's like you'll probably know me. I was one of the most people sort of backing him up. So I was from the very sort of start. He's a Celtic man. You need to give him a break. Blah 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 blah. But now I just think his arrogance is I just don't know what's going on. And like after yesterday, like I think everybody's expecting him. He'll be away tomorrow. Like we all know, the league's gone now. I mean, I think right now we're going to be severely battling for second place. So we are. So it's a crazy situation to be in when you think where we've been for the last 9 years. But there you go. Mickey K, great show, Ro, as usual. Would you be able to play the Glasgow Celtic way sometime? Right, so Lorenzo McMullen is on there. Right, there you go. Kev, Son of Ireland. Hello, Ro from Dublin. Fran O'Donnell, you just put a big smile on my 6-year-old granddaughter's face, Ciara's face. She loves Emer. There you go. That's what we aim to please. Brian Taggart says, can I play Joe McDonnell? I played Joe McDonnell last week, Brian. I say, I played the first time on Rebel Sundays in a while. I played Joe McDonnell, trying to play a lot of them songs every week, you know, because they sort of get their special songs. Then I don't want to play the same ones over and over and over again, you know. Right, so this next one, let's see who you asked for it. Where are we? Right, where are we? Just trying to look up back through these comments here. So somebody asked me to play Hills Around Dunloy. So I'm just looking to see who it was. Terry O'Neill, Martin Heaney, Ray Callahan, Craigie McMullen. Yep. So for Lorenzo McMullen, we'll go to this one. And this is from Marty Higgins' album, Rule of Honour. Another one was recorded a good few years ago, but cracking album, so this. And as you all know, Marty's a great friend of the show, so yes, so we'll go to this one. So this is spicy for Lorenzo McMullen. This is a brilliant track, The Hills Around Dunloy.
Speak with pride, names of Martin and Hogan, volunteers who were gallant and true, and they gave up their young lives for Ireland. It is proudly we bid them adieu in their hills. And they long for the freedom, spurred on by the taunts of the foe. And they vowed that they would not bow down before them. In the footsteps of queues they would go. Weep not for passing gallant comrades, but fight on for this land where they've died. and let the green flag that we so dearly cherish my way fly o'er the hills round Dunloy. It was on a mild February evening, Henry Hogan in full battle dress. He met up with the gallant Declan Martin to engage with the foul SAS. England's pride on that evening it was humbled, as man to man they let two of them low. It was then that I heard an assassin open fire as they turned to go. And weep not for passing gallant comrades, but fight on for this land where they died. Let the green flag that we so dearly cherish might wave high o'er the hills round Dunloy. As they lay on the ground, their blood flowing, without mercy they were shot in the chest. So farewell to you gallant sons of Ireland. Mother Erin, she sleeps at your breast, and weep not for passing gallant comrades, but fight on for this land and where they've died. And that the green flag that we so dearly cherish might wave high o'er the hills round Dunloy. And weep not for passing gallant comrades, but fight on for this land where they've died. Let the green flag that we so dearly cherish, it might wave high o'er the hills round Dunloy.
There you go, it's the good Marty Higgins from up around Antrim. And where are you from again, Marty? I probably Glenravel, out of my head. Glenravel and the Glens, Antrim, of course. Yeah, with the ballad of lots of hills around Dunloy. That was actually for Lorenzo, so it was. Who asked for that one on YouTube? There you go. Right, so Brian Tegger's on looking for Bowl of Vogue. Yep, I think we can organise that there for you, Brian. Not a problem. Michael Bolton. Good afternoon, Jared. Celine there. So it's just all doing. See, looking, if you're saying Jared, folks, you know it's actually part of my family, Celine, which is using her son's username. So she is. So that's why it's down as Jared on it. Ray Callahan, could you please play Back Home in Derry? Yes, Ray, not a problem. Can do it there for you. Right, what will we do next? Right, so I got a wee PM there sent to me on the Facebook page from Shane McCrory. Again, Shane, great listener to the show. And he put a picture up yesterday when I sort of shared there's a wee story he was doing. And he put a picture up of this fantastic bar that he's built. And he says, listen, I built this bar while listening to your show. And this thing is fantastic here. Actually, probably be used with a bit of shebeen. I'm sure the cops haven't raided yet, Shane. Up around there we are. So he also play a tune from the Kappa Martyrs Memorial CD, and we'll try and do that one of these every couple of weeks, folks. As you all know, last year So Shane sent me this here CD up in the post. It's the Kappa Martyrs East Tyrone Remember CD. And basically it's a CD that's put together about all the basically the guys on the monument from East Tyrone. Particular volunteers, Declan Arthurs, Malcolm Nugent, Martin McCaughey, Martin Herson, Seamus Donnelly, Tony Gormley, John Quinn, Eugene Kelly and Dwayne O'Donnell. And the interest in that CD, when I put it up, was just astounding. So I ended up selling loads of them from my website. Obviously all was going towards Shane and the guys up in East Tyrone, and he sold out of them, both batches again me. So he says, I'll play a wee song from that our CD. So we'll do this next. And this I really love this CD, the song. It's all about one of the volunteers mentioned at the front there, volunteer Seamus Donnelly. And they said, I don't really know who these singers are. People would all say, who sang that song? I just know there's a list of basically people who were involved making the CD, but it doesn't actually tell you who sings each song. But it's a fantastic bit of work. So this is a volunteer Seamus Donnelly from the East Tyrone Remembers Kappa Martyrs CD. Here we go.
Oh, commencing you, brave rebel, and the story I will tell. How myself and 7 brave comrades, how in combat we fell.
There we go. Brilliant. Volunteer Seamus Donnelly there, folks. And that there's from the Kappa Martyrs Remember CD of all the volunteers up in East Tyrone there, especially for Shane McCrory. He just said it was all the friends and family members and nieces of the volunteers singing them songs. So there you go. Brilliant, folks. Cracking CD. As you know, whenever I first put that CD out, it flew out. I couldn't get, there's still people weeks later ask me, is there any more copies left? So if you're lucky enough to get one, fair play to you. Right, so we'll jump back on YouTube here and see who have still listening. Right, so see John Boy McElhenney. Hi Road, brought my ticket for the Druids online concert in the Derry Playhouse this morning. Anything from them, please. Cheers. Yeah, no problem. I'll get some of the Druids on. Maybe see if I can get something from their newer stuff. I usually play stuff from the Druids Starry Play album, which was the old Druids. Maybe the original lineup, but obviously they're far more changed now. So I'll look on the YouTube for you, mate, John Boy, and I'll have a look. You'll be guaranteed it's going to be a great concert that one. So it is the Druids live in Derry there. So Martin Heaney, what the t-shirt, mate? I can see the bottom half is covered by your banner. The t-shirt I'm wearing today is Podgy's t-shirt. So it is Podgy Rebel Singer. So basically it says here, you don't become a rebel, you are born a rebel. And basically just Podgy's logo in the front there. So these here come in like black and grey and a couple of other colours. So just go on to Podgy's Facebook page if you want to get a hold of one. Yeah, that's what they're doing. I'll see if I can maybe stand up and you can see it a bit more. So there you go. Be born a rebel. Yeah, don't become a rebel. You're born a rebel. There you go. So Michael Ferguson, Celtic songs. He's looking at a few Celtic songs, I think. I don't think right now I'd be able to listen to any Celtic songs. I'm not annoyed with the way the team's playing at the minute. So Steph McNally. Well, Steph, how you doing? Sounds like the town I love so well in parts. On that note, that's my request. Fiona version if you can. Right, so what I'm going to do is somebody asked me to play a bit of Luke Kelly, so I'm going to do the Luke Kelly version of Town Love So Well for you, Steph. Or obviously enough. Well, I'll play it. You've requested Town Love So Well, so obviously because this is Luke Kelly's anniversary weekend as well, so it is. Martin Strawbridge, great show for a super Sunday. Lee Curry, happy Rebel Sunday, Row. Lorenzo McMullen, class. Yeah, folks, loads of people tuning in here and listening today. It's great to have so much involvement and so much people interacting with the show. That's what it's all about. Right, so what do we go to next? Somebody asked me for Back Home in Derry. Right, where are we? See if we can find who asked for this one. Obviously, because it is the bloody Sunday weekend, so we'll be playing a lot of songs around to the Derry this weekend. So yeah, sure, here we go. Terry, Ren Dublin, play Pat Kelly. Just trying to look up because I think it was away at the start of the show. Somebody asked that one, so it was. Right, I cannot find it. But somebody there asked me for Back Home in Derry, so I'll do that now. I don't normally do a lot of Christy Moore stuff on the show because you can never get away with playing his songs on Facebook or you just get bloody cut off. So you do. So we'll have a find out who asked for this woman anyway, and I'll give it out after the song's finished. So this is the brilliant Christy Moore and the great Bobby Sands track written in the H-Blocks, Back Home in Derry.
In 1803 we sailed out to sea, out from the sweet town of Derry. For Australia bound, if we didn't all drown, the marks of our feathers we carried. In the rusty iron chains we cried for our ways, our good women we left in sorrow. As the mainsails unfurled, our curses we hurled on the English and thoughts of tomorrow. At the mouth of the foil, bid farewell to the soil, as down below decks we were lying. But Doherty screamed, awoken out of a dream, by a vision of bold Robert dying. The sun burned cruel as we dished out the gruel. Dan O'Connor was down with a fever. 60 rebels today, bound for Botany Bay. How many will reach their receiver? Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Derry. I cursed them to hell as our bow fought to swell. Our ship danced like a moth in the firelight. White horses rode high as the devil passed by, taking souls to Hades by twilight. 5 weeks out to sea, we were now 43. We buried our comrades each morning. In our own slime we were lost in the time, endless night without dawn. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Van Diemen's Land is a hell for a man to end out his whole life in slavery, where the climate is raw and a gun makes the law. Neither wind nor rain care for bravery. 20 years have gone by, I've ended my bond, but comrades go so walk behind me. A rebel I came, I'm still the same. On the cold winds of night you will find me.
Yeah, back home in Derry there for you is from Christy Moore, of course, written by the great Bobby Sands. And that was for Ray Callahan, who was remade by Mickey Boltner, who it was. So there you go. So that was back home in Derry for Karen. And I think we'll have a rogue on here. I've got to see if we can get him on. Maybe delete him now, but we'll just we'll give him his wee place. So Raymond Best, who's listening in, he says back home in London, Derry. So Raymond, I think you'll be getting deleted, mate. So there we go. Let's see. Where we go? Did it remove pin user timeout? Head user in this channel. Remove block. Cheerio. Up the arsehole. Right. Oh, there we go. Maura Burns is on. Maura, great to see that you actually got on the YouTube. Brilliant. Free Derry, definitely. Sean Milley, any chance of McVerry's main role, please? Hugh O'Neill is just wondering there. He thought he was off. His internet connection must be in and out, so it must be. So yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays. Myself, Ro, you're listening in here till 4 o'clock today, exclusively on YouTube Live. If anything is can, please, you know how to do it. Just hit share. You can share the stream on all your social media for me. We'll get loads of people listening in. Michael Bowman, bye bye Raymond, best you goat. Right, see PI. Is that just PI? Bang on as usual. Any chance of Song of the Dawn from the Irish Brigade and Grace? Yes, I love that wee tune. Of course, Anya singing it is fantastic, so she is. Well, Seamus, how you doing? James McLeavon, haven't seen you on the way, mate. Good to see you. And I'm sure you've seen these dodgy pictures during the week from this new Lantern Facebook page. Bloody Scunner, the 100 or what, man? Or definitely a few crackers or a few ones in the Boy Scouts as well. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, look at the state of the people. Yep, Maura Burns of Vansley, happy days. Right, so we're going to do this next one. So it was for, let's see, where are we? So who asked me to play a bit of Luke Kelly on his anniversary this weekend? Just looking back now. Also as well, Mick McAdam, afternoon and all the role in the Rebel family from Banbury and Oxfordshire. Mick, great to have you on. Right, so I'm just looking here. Somebody asked me to play Luke Kelly for this weekend, as it is his anniversary. So let's see if we can find it. Just trying to look through. There's so many bloody YouTube comments. I'm just looking through them here. I haven't found who it was. And it's for Steph McNally anyway, so he was looking at the Fianna version, but we're going to do the Luke Kelly version, obviously, for... can't see it. Well, I'm sure Mickey Bolton will let me know, so we will, who it was for. There he is. Mickey's moderating the comments. He's sitting in his hole there in the office and work, so cheers, Mickey. I knew you'd be on the ball there, so you would tell me who it was. Right, so here we go. This is the great Luke Kelly with another sort of great Derry song written by Phil Coulter and Barry Davey. Hates singing this song. I actually got him to sing it when he's up in singing at my birthday party there 2 years ago, at my 40th, and so I'll sort of tell you only day I was there on Tuesday when it was my birthday. So this is Turn Not So Well for Steph McNally and of course Kev, Son of Ireland, 1916. Here we go.
Gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, feathered the children and then trained the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. Deep inside was a burning pride in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me, for I'd learned about life and I'd found a wife in the town I loved so well. When I returned, how my eyes have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. town I loved so well. Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirit's been bruised, never broken. They will not forget, but their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well.
There we go. The late great there, Luke Kelly for you, the Phil Coulter song Town Love So Well. And so he would, 37 years ago today, Luke Kelly died. Absolutely madness. Somebody just so legendary with a voice and sort of die so young. It's terrible. So it is, yep. So that was for Kev, son of Ireland, looking for a bit of Luke Kelly, and of course to Steph as well, who's looking Town Love So Well. Do a few. Right, folks, so we can cut out of your man's barred from the page, so he can't comment. Well, he's blocked from it, so he can't do any comments. Just forget him about him. But very rarely we get any trolls here, so that one, then he's out, so just don't leave me mentioning him, okay? There you go. So yeah, Joseph McGoy, definitely. So we're only going to mention the name. Welcome. Right, so we have Michael Turner, yep, R.I.P. to Bloody Sunday, Derry, God bless, from Worthing, England, yep. Michael, we'll get your song on in the first hour here very soon, mate, feeling George and Pop, so we'll go to the Kelly's main version out there for you. Say, folks, if any of your questions you have at all you're looking for, just get them in. I'll get them on for you. We'll 3 hours here, another 2 hours and 15 minutes to fill in, so any requests that you want, and if they sort of suit the show, we'll get them on. And again, as well, I'll put a wee post up during the week, asking people basically about future guests, looking obviously to get on, and the feedback was brilliant. So it was, of course, Barry Davey was the first one, and of course, arsing about, looking me to get Daniel O'Donnell or Dickie Rack on. So he was, yeah, so yeah, very, very, very funny, Barry, bit of crack. But, but there's a great few comments. His brother Ronan said, I'll try and get Christy Dignam. I've been sort of looking for a while now to try and get Christy on the show. Obviously, he's not of great health, but I'm still on go because I've been talking to a few people as management and stuff, but trying to get him on emails of him back and forth. So we'll make it Christy on. That would be a legendary interview, definitely there. Somebody asked about getting Maeve Walsh on. So we're talking about Maeve has already said she's going to come on the show hopefully the end of February. She's new album coming out very soon, so she has. So as soon as her album's released, she's going to come on the show and she's going to film me a few copies up as well, so we'll give them away, so that'll be good. Somebody had talked about getting Bick McFarlane on, so yep, I spoke to Bick a while ago, and so we're going to hopefully do whenever I can get a proper sit down interview again, get people in the studio and do a proper sit down, proper podcast. We're going to get Bick and Tomboy and 2M to do a whole thing about the hunger strikes, which will be fantastic. So there's a whole other list of other people that asked me about getting on. So yep, we're going to try. Folks, if anybody's listening today and you think it might be a good guest to try and get on the show, just put it down. If I can get them on, I'll get them on, because say we're doing the way the guests are working is we'll do it myself 1 week, just the 3 hours, and then the following week we'll have a guest. So obviously on Monday or Tuesday I'll announce the guest who's going to be on the show again next week. So that's where it's working. Right, so up next we'll do another tune. I haven't done this one in a while. Played a bit of Cruncher last week and the feedback was great from him. So for Brian Taggart, who was looking at Bowl of Vogue, go to this one. This is Terry Cruncher O'Neill with the boys of Wexford, Bowl of Vogue here on this Rebel Sunday, folks. Here we go.
At Bowl of Vogue, as the sun was setting o'er the bright May meadows near Shamblier, a rebel hand set together pleasant and brought the neighbours from far and near. Then Father Murphy from struck with a warning cry. Arm, arm, he cried, for I've come to lead you for our land's freedom. We'll fight or die. He led us on against the coming soldiers and the cardiomen. We put to fight, 'twas at the Harrow. The boys of Wexford showed hope and could fight. Look out for Harding's, King George of England. Search every kingdom where breeds a slave for Father Murphy of the county Wexford sweeps over the land like a mighty wind. We took a Mullen and in a Swarthy and Wexford storming drove out our foes. 'Twas at Slave Kiota our pikes were reeking with the crimson blood of the beaten does. At Tobernerry and Ballyellis full many a Hassan lay on his gore. A Father Murphy had it come over and the green flag floated from shore to shore. At Vinegar Hill or the Pleasant Slaney, our heroes standing stood back to back on the roads of Tallow. Took Father Murphy and they burned his body upon the rack. God grant you glory, brave Father Murphy, and open heaven to all your men. The cause that called you may call tomorrow in another fight for the Queen again.
Go on the cruncher, you go. This is Terry Crunch O'Neill there, a bowl of Vogue, especially for Brian Taggart. They go, Brian, you see, ask and you will receive. Michael Turner there says, great show and great music. Happy days, Michael Tears. Maura Burnswell, R.I.P. Luke Kelly. Jared is on, so he is. Jared Glagan, good to see you on, mate. So he says, glass of red in hand, playing cards, waiting for the Rebel Sunday roast. What are you teaching that wee girl of yours? What did you to be betting already? Playing poker? For God's sake. When it comes to cards, like, if Jack changed it as the height of my card playing skills, so it is. So Ray Callahan says, Ro, did you get a chance to look at Chris Carney singing The Legend on YouTube? Mate, I did, but see the version that's there. It's not great quality. It's just I try and sort of. If I play like a live version, I'll try and play a version that's recorded for a CD where it's a good recording. But the versions there on YouTube of him are shit. They're real bad quality. And if I play them on the sale, it'll sound terrible. So if I can get a good version of Chris playing The Legend, I'll do it. But if there's any other Chris Carney song you want to hear, get it on, not a problem. So Hugh Neal says, the Glen of Atherlow by the Thesh and Hill Boys, Ro. Hugh, where do you pull these songs out of? Seriously, but saying that now your track record has been quite good. The last few tunes you asked for, them boys, over the last few weeks. So we'll maybe look into this one. So we'll. Right, so obviously, Jared's on. Jared Glacken will do a song from him, Styx's album, The Rebel Roots, the Lockdown Sessions, and of course, there's another one of his dad's Jerry songs. Here we go. Auf Wiedersehen, the Cross McGlen. Enjoy your wine there, Jared.
So at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I've seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. The recruiting sergeant, he told me, son, army life is fine, but he did not mention mortar bombs or bloody claymore mines. So at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. Well, he told me of the German girls on the Reaper van at night, but the only crack in South Armagh comes from an Armalite. So at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. So I spent some time on the Tombridge line, where I thought I knew no fear, till a van bomb parked outside our base, brought the barracks in round our rears. So at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. So farewell at last to West Belfast, the market and the falls. We quickly got the message there, it was written on the walls. Brits out, so at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. And I won't be back for more. So all you young lads, though in England you'll be signing on the brew, well, stay well away from the IRA, and they won't bother you. So at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. So at Feeder's End to Crossmaglen, farewell to Carrickmore. I have seen enough of Ireland, boys, and I won't be back for more. No, I won't be back for more.
There we go, Jordan sticks there, Rebel Roots with the lockdown sessions of Feeder's End across McLean. And that's right for Jared there, who's listening with the family and now up there in Cookstown, getting the Sunday dinner on. Geez, Jared, I thought you'd had your dinner well at Benay. You use culties like to eat your dinner at about 1 o'clock or something, so you do. Yeah, a few more people on, Maura Burns, yeah, great song. So James McCleave looking Beeswing, the Whistling Donkeys version. Yes, look at that's on YouTube. Seamus, I'll get that on. I actually haven't played that before. A lot of people always say, Liam Hall still can't share the show. Liam, very easy. You just do it from your phone. If you put it on, you'll see like a wee rate arrow thing. Once you hit share, and you should be able to just copy link, but it's very, very easy. But if you go on the Facebook, Liam, on the podcast page, you will share the link that I've put up. Just do that there if it's easier for you. But yeah, thanks for tuning in anyway. Great to see you on. Right, so Michael Turner over in Worthing in England, go do this one spicy for you next, mate. So he had asked for George and Pop, as he would played Alan Quinn's version last week, especially for Peggy McCourt. So not a problem doing the song every other week. So we'll go to this one, the Callie's main version this time, recorded live in the Craig in this one from a fantastic CD. So it is. So for Michael Turner over in Worthing in England, this one's spicy for you. And this is the bottle of Georgian Pop from Kelly's Men here on Rebel Sundays.
On the slopes of the Craven, one morning in May, 4 lads left their base with hearts young and gay.
Their cause was for freedom, a cause long denied, and the foreign oppressor they went to defy.
While patrolling our streets, they met with the foe. With the guns at the ready, our lads had to go. So we raised up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their paths. But my heart is broken in two. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian Pop, no, not stop me and you. For the police, it went silent when the shooting died down. 2 young lads lay there dead on the streets of the town. Just another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight. And in Derry we mourn on that faithful night. So we raise up our hands and we curse at British land who torment the very hearts of men who dared to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian Pop, and they'll not stop me and you.
Georgie and Paul, they like cold as stone. They're fighting for Derry, their own native home.
Several moments we remember, and don't you ever forget, they're fighting for Derry and we all the dead. Let's hear ya! So we will reject across their paths, but my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? We couldn't stop our Georgian love, don't not stop me and you. So we will raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their paths. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't Georgian pop, and don't not stop me and you. Thank you.
There you go, fantastic album there for you. That's Callie's Men, live in the Craigan, live in Derry, with the Ball of Georgian Pop, and especially for Michael Turner over there in England and Worthing. I'm going to dedicate that one as well. Going to be shouted here on Facebook from Paul Walsh. He says, could you please play any Rebel song for my nephew Dermot O'Dahlia, who's listening from his hospital bed in Dublin. He's not well and has a long fight ahead of him. So everyone in the Rebel City of Cork are thinking of him. Wish him all the best. So yep, I want spicy for Dermot O'Dahlia, who's in hospital in Dublin at the minute. Has a bit of a rough time ahead, so I hope you're keeping well. Get better soon, Dermot. We're all thinking of you here on the Rebel podcast, and that is for your uncle there, Paul Walsh, that one. Richard Marty Kane just comment here on Facebook. Well, Rule, what the crack? If you haven't done it yet, could you please play Bees Wing or The Warrior of West Belfast by Chris Carney? Well, listen, I'm going to do the Bees Wing version by the Whistling Donkeys for Seamus, who asked me to get on there, so I'm going to do that one for him. So maybe get another different Chris Carney one on for you. So right up next, we're going to do this one here. Especially for my dad, Kevin. Jerry McCabe was singing last night there, she was, and my mum put a request in for him to do this song, the great song, Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, all about Annie Moore, who was like the very first person who went to Ellis Island, the immigration camp to go into America, and she was only 15 years old, so she was. So I had never heard this song before until obviously I got put onto it by Ronan McDonald, and the guy, the button key accordion player, Stephen O'Carlin. I think it's actually his first time singing, so it was on any of the CDs they put together, and he's a brilliant musician. But it was on the Notes from Derry album, so we're going to do it. And as I say, I hadn't heard of this song until I heard Stephen doing this one, and since I've heard loads and loads of people doing it. It's actually a new on Damien Quinn's new album as well. He's done a version of it. Peter O'Carroll from Clover does a great version. Peter O'Connell. Sorry, Peter. But I still think this is, in a way, definitely the best version I've heard of this song from all the ones. So this is Stephen O'Carroll with Isle of Hope, of course, the song about Annie Moore, and this is from the great Notes from Derry album. I'll go to this one, especially with my dad, Kevin Carson, and we my request in the forums. Hopefully they're both listening downstairs. Here we go.
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was only 15 years. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, Isle of Freedom, Isle of Fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home, it's always on your mind. Little bags she carried, all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in a land of liberty. And courage is a passport when your whole world disappears, for there's no future in the past when you're only 15 years. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, Isle of Freedom, Isle of Fears. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home, it's always on your mind. this island in 1943. 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in the springtime when I came here and stepped on to its piers, I thought of how it must have felt when you're only 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the I you left behind. That I love hunger, I love pain, I will never see again. But the I love home, it's always on your mind. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears. But it's not the I you left behind. That I love hunger, I love pain, I'll never see again. But the I love home, it's always on your mind. Oh yes, the I love home, it's always on your mind.
There we go, Stephen McCarlin there, if you folks with I Love Hope. Another spicy from my ma, Kate and Dad Kevin there, who asked for it last night, so I'll go do that one for them. There you go. Of course, they are my landlords here, so I can't not play their song, so I can't. Right, so yes, Ed O'Doherty, cracking show today, Ro. Cheers, Ed, thanks very much. Mick McAdam, the ballad of Billy Reid, if possible, Ro. P.I. says, Broad Black Brimmer, a flute band, if possible. Joseph McGowan says, wee Peggy McCourt, who was shot 5 times in the attack but survived, was buried on Thursday. Buried Monday, was it? Last Monday he was buried, he was. Yeah, of course, we've done a good wee dedication to Peggy in the show last week, so we did. Maura Burns says, Provo's Lullaby. Okay, Maura, we're looking at that. James Corbett says, Broad Black Brimmer, if I can. Right, so Audrey is on well. Audrey, how you all doing this afternoon? Happy Rebel Sunday Roll. Can you please play Damien Quinn, Caledonia, and Chris Carney, the Black Watch? Right, I'll maybe look in the Black Watch now. I played Damien Quinn, Caledonia last week, so that. So like, you know, I don't like playing the same songs over and over and over again, or if I do, I'll play a different version of them. So if you want to hear like Caledonia, I'll maybe play a different version if you want it, Audrey. Right, so what we'll go do next year. So the last song there, Stephen McCarlin, End of Hope, leads us on to this next one. Obviously, probably the main man responsible for it, their CD, was Ronald McDonald. Of course, he's listening now. So he asked me to do this one for him. And of course, I'll get it on Spotify, which is great. So he was looking for the Barleycorn for Freedom's Walk. So Ronan, this one's spicy for you on Rebel Sundays here. But the Barleycorn, this is from Live at the Embankment. Live, I wonder where the Embankment is. There's 2015 that album's from. So this is the Barleycorn, especially for Ronan McDonald with Freedom's Walk.
Cold and dark the morning, just before the sun, a new day is breaking, our struggle has begun, the people are together, we shall be free, in this land, our homeland, our own democracy. Come on, you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me. On the road together, walk hand in hand and ring the bell of justice. Oh, land, our homeland, our own democracy. Come on, you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me. How far must we travel till our journey's done? How long must we struggle till the fight is won? May we live in peace again, may we live to see this land of ours, our homeland, a true democracy. Come on, you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me.
So the Barleycorn there for you. See all these bloody songs on Spotify, they seem to end quite abruptly. It says like there's like 10 seconds left on the song and it shuts out. So it does. So that's why I wasn't ready there. So I wasn't. So that was for Roland McDonald there anyway. The Barleycorn with Freedom's Walk. So there you go. Right. So back on the YouTube here, loads of comments flying in. Hugh O'Neill says the Irish Brigade do an amazing version of Freedom's Walk. Now, Michael you're going to boot in the plums for this here. Caledonia by Nathan Carter. Oh, that there deserves to be kneecapped. It does, mate. We'll be sending a hit squad into your house later on. That there. Joseph McGuire says, I stand corrected. Too many sherbets. Why? What did you say? Did I have to correct you on something there? Did I? Right, so what song we go do next here? Right, so got a request way at the start of the show. I'm just trying to get the request here because it's disappeared from YouTube here on my phone, but I can see if I can find it still on the comments on the where is it? Right, there we go. Yep. So Scott Temperley, good afternoon. Can I please play Kevin Barry for his dad John, who'll be 85 tomorrow? So John, fair play to you, mate. So this one's special for John Temperley and your son Scott as well. Who asked for Kevin Barry. And we're going to do this here one from Damien Quinn's brand new album, Only Our Rivers Run Free. So yeah, so John Temperley, 85 tomorrow. Happy birthday, mate, from everyone here today. This is the ballad of Kevin Barry from the great Damien Quinn.
In Mountjoy Jail, one Monday morning, I upon the gallows tree, Kevin Barry gave his young life for the cause of liberty. Just a lad of 18 summers, yet there's no one can deny. As he walked to death that morning, he proudly held his head up high. Just before he faced the hangman, in his dream prison cell. British soldiers tortured by rape just because he would not tell all the names of his brave companions and other things they wish to know. Turning farmer arm, we'll kill you. Captain Barry answered no. Another martyr for old Ireland. Another murder for the crown. Whose brutal laws may kill the Irish, but can keep their spirits down. Lads like Barry are no cowards. From the foe they will not fly. Lads like Barry will free Ireland. For her sake they live and die.
There we go. Great. Didn't turn the mic down there, so that's Kevin Barry there for you from Damien Quinn's new album, Only Our Rivers Run Free. Especially for John, who's going to be his 85th birthday tomorrow, and that's especially your son Scott Temperley. So yeah, folks. Right, David Tempest Mitchell says a bit late to the party today. What have I missed, David? What have you missed? Nothing, mate. You haven't missed anything. Well, apart from missing the first hour and 20 minutes of a load of great Rebel tunes, but that's about it, mate. But still good to have you on. Clover Limerick Ireland's on Afternoon Row. Tune in late today. A bit of a late one last night. Heck well. Ray Callahan's looking my last farewell if I can. Liam Hall says the old Fenian gun for Maria, the first song her grandma taught her. Look at me joking. See if I can get that one. Roland McDonald says cheers, Row. Great tune. Yep. I think he's talking about the Freedom's Walk song there by the Barleycorn. Right. So way up in the comments. So James McCleave would ask me to play but the Whistling Donkeys Beeswing, and they normally play, Beeswing automatically just associate with Marty Healy. Fantastic song. We've played a few different versions of the last few weeks. Chris Carney has done a version of it. Damien Quinn played his version last week. There's a version on Rebel Roots as well, their new album. But this time, anybody talks about Beeswing, everybody always says, yep, have you heard of the Whistling Donkeys version? But have you heard the Whistling Donkeys version? So we're going to do that one today. So this is for James McCleaver, who asked for it on YouTube. This is a bit of Beeswing from the Whistling Donkeys.
I was 18 when I came to town. They called it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, and the hawks against the dove. I took a job at the steaming way down on Caldrum Street, and I fell in love with a laundry girl that was working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged around her face, and the look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights, there was animal in her eyes. She said to me, oh, can't you see, I'm not the factory kind, and if you don't take me out of here, I lose my mind. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We busked around the market towns for picking down in Kent. We could tinker pots and pans and knives wherever we went. And I said to her, we'll settle down and get a few acres dug, with a fire burning in the hearth and bobbies on the rug. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you'll not own me as well. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price on love I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. Camping down the Gower one time and the work was mighty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest, I thought we should. We were drinking more in those days, our tempers reached a pitch. Like a fool I let her run away when she took the rambling hitch. And the last I heard, she's living rough back in the Derby beat. Bottle of white horse in her pocket, old found at her feet. And they say that she got married once to a man called Romany Brown. Even the gypsy caravan was too much like settling down. They say her roses faded with weather and hard booze. Maybe that's the price you pay for the chains that you refuse. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing. I miss her more than ever words can say. If I could just taste all of her wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way.
Changes that have come over me these past few days. I've been afraid I might drift away, but I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I come from, and that's the reason why I seem so far away today. Lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. Well, I have kissed the flowers and left them sighing. Stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. Traveled hard sometimes with conscience flying somewhere in the wind.
Are you ready?
I would let
There you go. Draw on you there for you from the Irish Brigade with Caledonia. There you go. So I say, Audrey had asked me to play the Damien Quinn version, but I played it there last week, so I'll do a different version. But I'm going to get a Chris Carney song. Don't worry for you, Audrey. So Kevin Lothar says, can you please play Long March to Derry for the day that's in it? John Boy McElhenney. Well, John Boy, how you doing? Good to see you on. Celine says, happy birthday, Roy. Yes, folks, are the great 42 I was last Tuesday. 42, Jesus Christ. That's crazy to think. So there's Maura Burns. She loves that song. Liam Hall says, yeah, brilliant version. I think he's talking about the Beeswing version. Steph McNally says, best version of Beeswing there is. I think that was actually the first time we've heard the Whistling Donkeys version, and I have to say, aren't they? It's a cracking version, so it is of it there. Who else? What do we say? Hugh O'Neill says, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not the anniversary of the start of the War of Independence, 1919? What they maybe look into that there? In that there, Hugh, maybe Michael Bolton, since he's sitting on his hole, could search for me on Google. He's doing there. Right, so what are we going to do next? Yeah, folks, we'll say just go on 2:30, so another hour and a half left, and those more rebs and trad to come in here. So go to this one. Liam Hall's asked for it for the mother-in-law, Maria, both listening over in Glencullen today. So she asked for this one. It's the very first song that her granny learned, her first rebel song. So this is My Old Fenian Gun. This is from, let's see, who does this here? I think it's the right version. So yeah, this is the Old Fenian Gun, spicy for Maria. Hope you enjoy this one.
It hung above the kitchen fire, its barrel long and brown. And one day with a boy's desire, I climbed and took it down. My father's eyes with anger flashed. He cried, what have you done? I wish you'd left it where it was. That's my old Fenian gun. I fondled it with love and pride, and looked it o'er and o'er. I placed it on my shoulder and I marched across the floor. My father's anguish softened and he shared my boyish fun. Ah, well, he said, 'tis in your breed, like that old Fenian gun. I remember 67 well, when lads like you and me all thought we'd strike another blow to set old Ireland free. But broken were our golden hopes, I was long months on the run. But it did good work for Ireland then, that brown old Fenian gun. I was down then in Kilmallock, 'twas the hottest fight of all. And you see, he bared his arm, there's the mark still of the ball. I hope the young lads growing now will hold the ground we won, and not disgrace the cause in which I held that Fenian gun. I placed it on my shoulder and I heard my my father's side. I knew his thoughts were turning back on days now long gone by. And then I vowed within my heart, I'll be my father's son. And if ever Ireland wants my...
There you go, so the old Fenian gun there for you. That's especially for my mother-in-law Maria Hall, requested by Liam there. Hopefully that's the right version you were looking for, a bit of luck. Right, so moving on, folks. Right, so here we go. So basically Hugh says it's today not the anniversary of the War of Independence. So obviously, I think it's that Paul that's come on Clover. He had said last week was the anniversary of the first shots fired in the War of Independence in County Tipperary. Obviously, Mickey Bolton there, he's doing his homework. He says, it says on Google, the War of Independence date was 21st of January till the 11th of July. So 21st would have been, last weekend, so it would have been, Hugh O'Neill says, okay, I've got now just a wee senior moment. So he has, there's the first request in from, let's see. So my ma says, she can't comment on YouTube. I'm looking for a song from Marcella by Bick. Yes, not a problem, I'll get that on for you. There you go. Lovely handwriting there, by the way, so it is. Right, so what do we go do next here? Right, so somebody asked me earlier on to play the Black Watch, and literally cannot see the comment who it was. I don't know, maybe it was James Corbett, not sure. But there's somebody in the comments here, and I cannot find it because there's so many of them of one ahead. Maybe it's been removed because there's so many comments here and it's disappeared. I don't know, but anyway. So this is the Black Watch. We'll do this one from Athen Rye just because I love their drummer. So I do just love the drummer in this album. So do what was that? So Eamon Malley says Damien Quinn Rebel Sunday song getting the 1 million views on YouTube on the show. Right, well, just don't forget, folks, we're trying to get Damien on the 1 million. We're going to see him get that plaque on his wall for the 1 million viewership. We'll do Rebel Sundays, mate. Not a problem. Kevin Lother says, Bowl of Oak, please. I've already played it, Kevin. So play the Crunch O'Neill version earlier on. The boys of Wexford. So if you want to listen back later on when the show's finished, you can go and have a look at it. So, yep, I've already played that one. So, yep, this is the Black Watch from Athen Rye, and this is a cracking version. It says, I just love the drumming in this song. If anybody knows who their drummer was, I've actually been looking to see who it was, but I know Athen Rye aren't on the road anymore, but I love listening to their stuff, just the way he does the rolls and the snare and stuff. Maybe this is it's a bit of a tacky head from a drummer, you know. So here we go. It's Black Watch from Athen Rye on Rebel Sundays.
Rolling down the falls road with bright guns and gas, head and eyes and mum and as they're coming out of mass. A shout of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. You've heard about the Beemen, the cruel REC. You've heard about the Black and Tans in bygone history. But there's another regiment the devil calls his own. They're no one as the Black Watch commissioned by the throne. Strolling down the falls road with bright guns and gas, head and eyes and women as they're coming out of mass. A shout of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. These soldiers come from Scotland and a place you all know well, from the hardest parts of Glasgow where the teddy boys did well. They're given the British uniform, they're given the British gun. They joined the British Army just to have themselves some fun. Strolling down the falls road with bright guns and gas, head and eyes and women as they're coming out of mass. A shout of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. The falls roll with bright guns and gas, head and eyes and women as they're coming out of mass. A shout of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. When I grow up and marry and have a little son, I tell him about the regiment and the terrible things they done. And when he is older, becomes a man like me, he'll join the provisional IRA and set till Ireland free. Strolling down the Falls Road with flame guns and gas, head and eyes and women as they're coming out of mass. A shout of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the IRA sure aren't beaten yet. Strolling down the Falls Road with flame guns and gas, head and eyes and women as they're coming out of mass. A shout of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the IRA sure aren't beaten yet. Thank God we know the IRA to shoot the bastards dead.
There we go, off on the ride there for you folks with the Black Watch, and I know it was Audrey that asked me for Black Watch, but she was looking the Chris Carney version, so my apologies. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a wee Chris Carney sort of medley of songs, and it's from his album recorded live at Patter Brown's in Dublin. Of course, another great bar there that's been pushing the Rebs the last few years since Aidan took over the place. He's doing great work down there. Well, I suppose whenever if he can get the place back open again. So yeah, folks, we're nearly over the end of the first 2 hours. Crazy. Michael Bond says, was the drummer called Mike? Mate, I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I'll have to look into that there and see who it was. But I just love that version of that song, or anything that often I do, just the way your mom plays it. Hugh O'Neill says, Romain now play the Clans of Arthur Lowe, please. More Burns are brilliant. Right, so what was that? Like something dropped down there. Did you see it there? What the hell was that there? The aliens are coming into the room here, see there? Yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with Hugh. O'Neill his comments keep disappearing. Maybe he's just an owl lad, and we'll have to cut him some slack. So we'll right. So there's a wee comment came through on somebody sent me a comment on Facebook 2 seconds. We'll find out a wee message. Fran O'Donnell, I think it was, who's finally get on. If we can see the bright notifications. Let's see what he said now. He is listening to the show today on his granddaughter's iPad. So he is. So you can listen on your phone, folks. You can listen on your smart TV. You can listen on your iPad. That's a great thing about YouTube. It puts you at a lot more people than doing the show on Facebook Live, So, yep, so Fran says, I've just got to put on my granddaughter Kira's iPad. Happy days, mate. Cheers for tuning in. So, for Marty Kane, who asked for a bit of Chris Carney, and of course Audrey, all the girls are in Dublin, asked for Chris Carney as well. We're going to do this one. Now, it's a bit long, but sure, we'll fill up the show, make it this here right through the 3 o'clock, this one. So, it's a great wee Chris Carney, and it'll make me a wee excuse to go for a wee as well. So this is Chris Carney from his album recorded live in Patter Brown's in Dublin. This is the Psalm Song Medley. So for Audrey, Buzz Yiggett and Marty Kane and everybody else who's looking for Chris Carney, here we go.
It was 2 more songs to finish up with. I'd like to thank everybody for coming along here to Patter Brown's. The Fine Rebel Sunday once again, fair play to you. Stick around, folks. Again, one of the great ballad singers on the scene in a minute. Barry Gormley, One Shot Paddy will be up very shortly, so stick around, folks. All the way from America. A native of Ireland here, but he's living in America. He's still got his accent though, I'll give him that. Chucky Ireland, sing up the round, oh Sam, the sound in the sky. Chucky Ireland, sing up the round, oh Sam, sounds in the sky. Years or more of Ireland, it's in Mother Paul. I thought I knew the score, but now we got a weapon that we've never used before. The birds are looking worried, and they're going to worry more. Chucky Ireland, sing up the rod, up the rod, up the rod. The sun, the sands in the sky. I started that put petrol bombs and throwing bricks and stones. There were 100 more lads like me, I never was alone. But soon I learned that bricks and stones would drive the rich away. It wasn't very long before when I joined the IRA. Shocky Ireland, sing up the rock, the rock, the rock, the rock, the rock. Oh, sun stands in the sky. Then there came interment in the year of 71. The Brits thought we were beaten, how much we were on the run. That early August morning they kicked in our back door, but for every man they took away, sure they missed 100 more. Shocky Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rock, up the rock. What sun sends in the sky. I spent 8 years in McGabry, did time and think and plan. Although they locked away a boy, I walked out a man. There's only one thing that I learned while in the sun I lay: the Brits will never leave us, not until they're blown away. Shocky Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rock, say up the rock. Sun sounds in the sky. All through the days of hunger strike, I watched my comrades die. But in the streets of Belfast, you can hear the women cry. I can't forget the massacre that Friday at Lockon. I salute my fallen comrades as I watch the choppers fall. Shocky Ireland, sing up the rock, up the rock, up the rock. Sun stands in the sky. Well, it was on a dreary New Year's Eve as the shades of night fell down. A lorry load of volunteers approached that border town. There were men from Dublin and from Cork, Fermanagh and Tyrone, and the leader was John Limerick man, Sean Said from Garryowen. And as they moved along the streets up to the barracks door, well, they scorned the danger they might meet, their fate that lay in store. They were fighting for all Ireland's cause, to claim their very own. And the foremost of the gallant band was Shushan from Garryowen. But the sergeant, he spied their daring plan, and he spied them through the door. But their stand guns and their rifles to a hill of dead poor. And when that awful night was past, two men lay as cold as stone. Well, there was one from County Monaghan and one from Garryowen. Oh no more you will hear the seagull cry, or the morning shine and take. For they fell beneath the northern sky, where Lohan was by his side. They have gone to join the gallant band of Plunkett's, Pearse and Tone. Another martyr of Ireland was Shushan from Garryowen. Wait, what a round from here. So going home, British soldiers going home. Having fight you for 800 more. But if you stay, British soldiers, if you stay, you'll never ever beat the IRA. For the 40 million Jerry, alas that you will bury. So take a tip now and leave us where you be. So going home, British soldiers going home. Have you got the fucking homes of your own? For 800 years, we fought you without fear. And we'll fight you for 800 more. Oh, we're not British, we're not Saxon, we're not English. Who are we? We're Irish, and we are to be. So fuck your Union Jack, we want our country back. And we want to see Ireland free once more. So go on home, British soldiers going home. Have you got the fucking homes of your own? For 800 years, we fought you without fear. And we'll fight you for 8. Well, you want me to sing it? So go on home, British soldiers going home. Have you got the fucking homes of your own? For 800 years, we fought you without fear. And we'll fight you for 800 more. Yes, we'll fight you for 800 more.
Yeah, it's in the bold Chris Carney there for you folks. So that's for Audrey, Buzz Yeggets, and Marty Keane as well, who was looking for a bit of Chris Carney. There's a wee mega mix medley of songs. Hopefully they satisfied your needs of the Ergo Bra Chris today. Who Neil says, excellent bro, Gary Og, some singing that. That isn't Gary Og there, so it isn't Hugh. That's Chris Carney, if you're thinking that was Chris Carney. Gary Og, that's Chris Carney. You're live in Potter Brown in Dublin. Joseph Agnew says, hi, hail, enjoying the show. Maura Burns, class. Kev Corey says, hi Ro, can you please play Ordinary Sunday, please? Right, I'll look into that for you. Steph McNally says, can you fit in Fenian record player for me? I'll see what I can do for you, Steph. Folks, if you can look in the comments there, you'll see that I've just put in a wee link there to my Big Cartel. Not a problem, Audrey, up the Dubs, indeed up the Antrim, up the Saffrons. Maybe playing against you like next year. Oh. So as you can see there, folks, I've put a wee link in on the chat section on the comments here on YouTube for basically my website I have for the merchandise. So obviously last week, and cheers to everyone this week who bought stuff over last week, folks. The snoods are being really popular. Basically, you can use it as a face covering as well instead of wearing a face mask, and have the wee the black bobble hats. They're busy black with my podcast logo on the front, and something that's really popular. I'll have one here with me because I'm wearing it today. Is the hoodies got done? So as you can see, I'll see if I can get this here on the front of the camera. So basically, it's a black hoodie with basically the podcast logo on the front here. It's embroidered in, and on the right there now, I have my own row on that one that doesn't come. If you want that, I can get it done for you. If you want to order one, and on the back, it basically just has the Rebel podcast, West Belfast, and all the logos for all the, obviously, the different platforms that it's on. So folks, yeah, if you want to get hold of one of them, the hoodies or one of the snoods or the bobble hats, just go on to the merchandise website. You can just, it's all there. Save you busy sending PMs and stuff, and it's there. You can just check it out. It's in the comment section. So it's basically rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com, and say cheers to everyone who's bought something. Michael Bone says, I'll be getting some stuff from your shop when I get paid. Not a problem, Mick, here. Not a problem, mate. Yourself. Right, so what do we have here? It's just gone 5 to 3, folks. 1 hour and 5 minutes or so to go for you. So we're rattling through the tunes rightly here today. Hugh Neal says, right now I'm going to bite the bullet and join Facebook so I can catch up on all the other podcasts and stuff. I'm missing out big time. Oh, yes, definitely RQ. Takes you 5 minutes to set Facebook up. Go ahead and do it. You can do it after the show's finished today, and after there's a lot more stuff goes out on Facebook. And so, I mean, usually the podcast goes out on every Sunday, but usually all the promotion will be done on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, so that's you'll find all the news of what's happening and stuff. So yep, you definitely go and check out the Facebook. And I say, folks, cheers to everyone who bought something this week. Everything that was ordered has all been sent in the post yesterday, so anything that's ordered this weekend, we'll probably do another post run on Wednesday. But here, listen, if anybody's want to just give a wee donation instead of going buying, you can, folks. You can see, just look up there. There's a wee scan link for PayPal. Just all you just put your phone onto it, it'll send you straight there, and you can give basically as little or as much as you want. Say, folks, what I've received over the last load of weeks from start doing the Sunday show again, it just astounds me every week the donations and tips people are sending through, folks. So honestly, I do really appreciate it. Thank you all, honestly, every week. Hugh says he'll do one in his girls' names for privacy reasons. Well, that might not work out for you, Hugh. You then start busy getting people messaging you because you think you're a wee girl. Facebook's a very, very nasty place. So it is. So you're better off if you're going to set up a Facebook, just to go on the podcast page, set up just a random different fella's name. But that's Facebook. It's a veil, busy place for all sorts of arseholes to hang about in. Right. So from that sort of really upbeat, fast Chris Carney, there's Remy JP73 and Howdy Row Fee Paisley. Good to see you all tuning in from Paisley, mate. Cheers for coming on today. Yeah, so that last song, all 8 minutes of a Chris Carney's medley, live from Dublin. We'll do something a bit more chilled out this time now. So obviously we've got a wee request hand up mirror this here through the door. I see some my man and dad's personal jukebox now. They're sitting downstairs listening to the show. So yep, they were looking for a song from Marcella from Bick McFarlane. Cracking song as usual from Bick. I don't know, may have done this one a couple of weeks ago. What did they play from Bick last week? It might have been the Terrorist or Dreamer. Of course, we've done another one for Peggy, Eamon Peggy McCourt. So yep, this was from the mother and father listening downstairs there. This is a song from Marcella on Rebel Sundays here from the brilliant Brett and Bick McFarland.
Doesn't seem quite so long ago, last time that I saw you, and ain't it funny how the memories grow? Seems they always fold around you. Tried to break you in a living hell, but they couldn't find a way, so they killed you in an H-block cell and hoped that all would turn away. Thought your spirit couldn't rise again, but you dared to prove them wrong, and in death you tore away the chains. Let the world hear freedom's song. Yet the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, though it's so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You showed us how freedom's fights can be won. Wish there was an easy road to choose to bring the heartache to an end, but easy roads are always sure to lose. I've seen it time and time again. Could stand by me like yesterday, I'd find the strength to carry on. So let your spirit shine along the way. and our day will surely come. Yet the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, though it's so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You showed us how freedom's fight can be won if we all stand as one.
There we go. Brett McFarlane with a song from Marcella. Especially the folks who are sitting downstairs, that one. Right, yeah, just another hour to go, folks, here at 4 o'clock today. So, John Boy McElhenny says, just bought a snood, mate. Well, we're on our happy days. John, yeah, just got it through there. So, say I got that wee order through, hopefully tomorrow, and then any else's order, I'll get them in the post this week. So, not a problem, mate. Thank you very much for the support there. Much appreciated. Right, so somebody, so Raymond JP73 says, please you play anything from Kathleen Largy, Cheers Row. So obviously he's looking 4 Green Fields there. Peter O'Connell, beautiful song. I think he's talking there about the song from Marcella. Definitely is. Right, so Billy Reid we're going to do next, and just trying to find it here. Ask me for it, the Billy Reid version here. So I'll see if I can get up the comments way at the start of the show. Where are we? Right. I just want to make sure I got Mick McAdam. Is it? Yep. There we go. So Mick McAdam, this one's spicy for you. We're going to do the version from another great supporter of this podcast, great supporter of the show, Kieran Davenport, of course, over in Scotland, from the Glasnevin fame. But this is from his own album that he brought out a good few years ago, recorded over in, I think it's in Hamburg, is it? In Germany somewhere. Berlin. It's recorded in Berlin. So this is Kieran Davenport's album, recorded live in SO36 in Berlin. And this is the ballad of Billy Reid, especially today for Mick McAdam.
Well, I'll sing you a song of a terrible wrong when the flags they all flew at half-mast. And a young man lay dead, he was riddled with lead, and he died on the streets of Belfast. And the radio said it was another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. But they didn't say why Billy Reid had to die, but he died to free Ireland. Well, it happened one day when the bold IRA went out to fight for their land. With an old Thompson gun, put the Brits on the run. To return to their home was the plan. Oh, and the radio said was another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. But they didn't say why Billy Reid had to die, but he died to free Ireland. While returning the guns, Billy met British Huns, and then a fight had begun. His position was dire, and his gun wouldn't fire, so he died with an old Thompson gun. Oh, and the radio said was another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. But they didn't say why Billy Reid had to die, but he died to free Ireland. And although he lay dead, he was kicked in the head. By the hair they dragged him around, but they still fear him yet, and they'll never forget how brave Billy Reid stood his ground. Yo, and the radio said was another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. But they didn't say why Billy Reid had to die, but he died to free Ireland. If you think he was right, come and join in the fight and help to free Belfast. For the blood Billy shed And although he lies dead, in our hearts his memory will last. Though on the radio said was another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. But they didn't say why Billy Reid had to die, but he died to free Ireland. Yes, he died to free Ireland. Volunteer Billy Reid to Belfast Brigade.
Éire Sinna mé ná chaileach béire Mór mo glór mé do rug cú cholann chrága Mór mo naire mo chláán híon do dhíl amachir Mise éire uig ní mé ná chaileach béire
Said the fine old woman, what did I have? This proud old woman did say I had 4 green fields, each one was a jewel, but strange came and tried to take them from me. I had fine
Great is my glory, I who gave birth to Cuchulainn the brave. Great is my shame. My own children have sold their mother. I am Ireland. I am lonelier than the old.
There we go, yeah. Kathleen Largy here for you in the flying column, Four Green Fields. And John Boy McElhenney says, Roy, you trying to make me cry, mate, brilliant version. Someone's spicy for Remy JP73 over in Paisley. Listen to that one the day ago. And before that one we had Billy Reid from Mick McAdam. And of course that was from Kieran Davenport's album recorded live in Berlin at the legendary venue SO36. So there you go. Right, so what time we got on now? It's just 3:10, so loads more rebs to go, folks, before 4 o'clock today. A few more people have been buying merchandise there while the show's been open on the last half hour. So cheers, folks, for your support of the show. And again, if anyone wants to give a wee tip or donation, just click the wee link there for PayPal, and you can fire them what you want, folks. It's anything at all is much appreciated to keep the show going. So it is. So thank you. Right, so what will we do next? Maura Burns, our class. Peter O'Connell says, this version is right up there with the Dublin City Ramblers live version. Better versions you will never find. Hugh O'Neill says, can anyone answer the question, was Annie Brawley called Annie Thompson before she married Francie because the voice is identical? Not sure, mate. Right, so what do we do next? What do we have? Right, yeah, so this next girl we're going to play, obviously legendary status there that Kathleen Largy has. Loads of people have been comparing Emer McLaughlin to the modern day Kathleen Largy. So we're going to do a song here for Hugh McKenna, who asked for it earlier on there. And this is from Emer's brand new album, A Thorn in England's Side. And this song we've played a couple of times in the show, but it's people just keep asking for it. And it's a very emotional song. So this features, the song is actually called Paddy Kelly, The Pride of Dungannon. And it features Paddy Kelly's granddaughter, Katie, the daughter of Fiona, Paddy's daughter, and obviously she comes in some of the lyrics here with Emer, and it's a cracking version of this song. Just love it so much, and sure Emer had some pride when she was recording it along with Katie. So for Hugh McKenna, this one says a few minutes. Cheers again for the merch order during the week, mate. Really, really appreciate it. So and there's a wee I've left a wee something extra in the package there as well for you, mates. Have so this is for Hugh McKenna. This is Emer McLaughlin with featuring Katie Kelly. This is Paddy Kelly, The Pride of Dungannon.
When I think of our soldiers and the battles they fought to tear down the rules of the crime, how my eyes fill with tears as it's brought to my ears of those men who will ne'er be forgotten.
In Carrickfergus, Paddy Kelly was born at a time of injustice and pain, when his own native home had struggled and fought in the grips of those cold English chains. As he grew to a man, he saw at first hand the plight of his country around him. When those brave Irish soldiers had laid down their lives in the depths of those cold H-block cells, from the teachings and words of the brave Bobby Sands, for his country he took up the fight. When our brave Bobby Sands had given his life to gain Ireland's justice and pride, back to his family in his hometown Dungannon, he moved there to start a new life and to take up the reins of his family's long history of rebels against England's might. He rose to the ranks of our bold IRA
that great East Tyrol. Informers had tried and immeasurably failed to lay down our volunteer low. But with discipline, cool, and calm dedication, our hero would strike one more blow. He trained up our bold volunteers to a man, as his ancestors did long before him. The blood in his veins, it ran just the same, with the longing for old Ireland's freedom. Then in Lockall one day, when our bold IRA went bravely to fight for the freedom, an ambush was led, with their lives they have paid. Our men fell in action forever.
So they led him to rest in old Eden Dark, with the green Tom and Shamrock above him. Warren Keat and his children said one last farewell to a man they had loved so dearly.
From a family revered by the brave Thomas Clark, in the days of that great East Rising, came a true Irish son, who from war never run. Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon. La la la, la la la.
Paddy Kelly, the pride of Dungannon.
Yes, Maura Burns, couldn't have said it more better myself. Amazing. You go out, there's Emer McLachlan with featuring Katie Kelly from Emer's brand new album, or Thorn England Side. That's Paddy Kelly, the legend, the Pride of Dungannon. Of course, Paddy was the leader of the East Tyrone Brigade, and one of the boys who was assassinated in Lockall by the SAS. So there you go. That's Paddy Kelly for you. So who asked for that one? For Hugh. Who are you? Well, Hugh from Macarafat. I can't remember your second name now, Hugh, but that one spicy for you. James Corbett there, loud and proud. Michael Bolton, two voices of angels, brilliant. David Tempest Mitchell, absolutely love this here. Right, so we're on to 3:20, folks. Still plenty more rebs on the go today before 4 o'clock. So any more requests you have, get them in. Don't worry, Q O'Neill, I'll have your song on after this next one, okay? How do we listen to it? That's actually not a bad song. James Corbett said something said so strong. Right, well, look at a wee version of that one for you now. James, we'll get that on over before we'll finish up. So this is for somebody asked me for a bit of Shebeen earlier on in the comments. I said, please play a bit of Shebeen. So Alan Quinn, great supporter of the show and the podcast, always has been, and still to this day, the podcast we've done with Shebeen, it was probably one of the most amusing, funny ones we've done. It was maybe 3 years ago now, was it? Recorded down the Farset, just before the Erna's anniversary gig up in they were playing in the Devonish, and I went down, and I actually still annoys me to talk about this here. Actually went and picked the lads up from the airport, so did brought them down to the Farset, got them all sorted out, and that day, so Podgy wasn't there, so he wasn't, so Big Pat, Alan and Coach was filling in then basically for Pat on the bass, and then JF was there. So told them all, right, come down here, get yourself sorted out, bags and all, I'll meet you down here, I'm all ready to go with the studio set up in one of the conference rooms, and they all landed down except Pat. And Alan Quinn, he says, where's Pat? Alan went, mate, he's not coming. He's like, what? And mate, he says, frig you in your podcast, I'm not getting out of bed. So Pat, honestly, still dead. It annoys me at there, so it does. Like, so many great questions I had to ask you that day, all to do with Saoirse and like Pangar Ban, the ring, just, and didn't get to do it, but it was a great podcast, because actually that weekend Shebeen was celebrating their, I think it might have been their 21st birthday. So we had I got them a birthday cake, and we had buckfast and all sorts of flying saucers and Haribos, everything. It was good crack. So also, if you can back and listen to that one, folks, on SoundCloud, it's one of the, honestly, the most funniest ones we've done. It was good crack. So yeah, this was, so going back to what somebody asked for. Somebody asked me to do a bit of Shebeen, so we'll go to this one. This is the great Aidan McAnespy. Of course, Alan Quinn vocals with a full Shebeen band. This is for who asked for Shebeen earlier on there. Here we go. Slightly off track there, folks.
It was on a Sunday evening, the sun shone in the sky. As he walked on his way to the Gaelic ground, little thinking he was going to die. But as he crossed the checkpoint, the sound of gunfire came. News spread through the borders town that Aidan McAnespy is slain. Oh, why did you do it? Have you not the guts to say? You say it was an accident, or even a ricochet. But like Loughgall and Gibraltar, your lies are well renowned. Oh, you murdered Aidan McAnespy on his way to the Gaelic ground. For years he was harassed by the forces of the crown. As he went to work each morning from his native town, the soldiers swore they'd get him for reasons no one could say. And sure enough, they murdered him in cold blood that sunny day. Oh, why did you do it? Have you not the guts to say? You say it was an accident, even a ricochet. But like Loughgall and Gibraltar, your lies are well renowned. Oh, you murdered Aidan McAnespy on his way to the Gaelic ground. Oh, the people heard the gunfire, and they came from miles around. They saw that young man lying there. He was dying on the ground. His flow of life, it was ending fast, but the people, they tried their best. And that bullet wound, it was far too deep. Well, it passed right through his chest. Oh, so why did you do it? Have you not the guts to say? Say it was an accident, or even a ricochet. But like Loughgall and Gibraltar, your lies are well renowned. Oh, you murdered Aidan McAnespy on his way to the Gaelic ground. Well, now Aidan's life has ended. It was time for Judgment Day. A soldier jumped out from the tower, and the bastard, he slipped away. God's curse on you, Britain, for this cruel deed you've done. Oh, but God will have a final say when your day of judgment comes. Oh, why did you do it? Have you not the guts to say? say it was an accident or even a ricochet, but like Lobgall and Gibraltar, all your lies are well renowned. Oh, he murdered Aidan McAnespie on his way to the Gaelic ground. Oh, to say it was an accident, that's the greatest crime of all. To his heartbroken family, it's the worst that can befall. Well, a cross, it marks that lonely spot where Aidan was shot down as he walked that sunny evening on his way to the Gaelic ground. Oh, why did you do it? Have you not the guts to say? You say it was an accident or even a ricochet, just like Lobgall and Gibraltar, how your lies are well renowned. Oh, you murdered Aidan McAnespie on his way to the Gaelic ground. Oh, and why did you do it? Have you not?
There you go, Alan Quinn there on Shabeen with Aidan McAnespie, who summed up earlier on the comments asked for Shabeen, and I had a look through there while the song was on and can't find it, so it seemed to be disappeared, but I don't know who it was. So hopefully you're still listening in. Still good for you on, folks. Thank you all for all listening today. Loads staying here tuned in to YouTube. Michael Heavey, any chance something from Paddy Mangan from the Druids? Yes, mate, I'll get something on from I have a couple of Druid songs with Paddy singing, so I may do one of them for you. Mikey K, mighty stuff for the last time I heard this song was 2 years ago in the Dubliner in Santa Ponsa. Happy days, God knows when we'll get back there. Well, mate, listen, that's going to be the first holiday I'm going to. So hopefully next year we'll be going on to the Dubliner most nights, so well. Hugh O'Neill says, thanks, Joe. You know I can pick them. I'll keep it up. So your song's on next go. And by the way, how much is it for a Rebel hoodie? So folks, the hoodies are £30 plus postage. The snoods are a tenner plus postage, and the bobble hats are £11 plus postage. So it's all there on the it's all there on the website for the merchandise. So if you just flick through the comments there, I posted it earlier on and you should be able to see it. Right, so what are we going to do next? What is lined up? Right, so yeah, so Hugh McKenna actually had asked for that there, the Eamon McLaughlin one, so there's too many Hughes in this page. So, right, where are we? James Corbett says, my girls came down and said, Daddy, go and get us a swallow. They're joining in for his Rebel Sunday. Right, so we'll go with your song as well very soon. James, don't worry. Joseph Agnew, yep. Rory, God bless. Brilliant as always, thank you. Right, so for Hugh O'Neill, asked me for this one, another song, never heard that before, definitely. So this is he's looking for the Glens of Aherlow by Johnny McAvoy this time. So I'm not sure who the story behind this here is. Hugh, if you let me know. So I know it's obviously must be about somebody who's passed away. So we're talking about. So yeah, Hugh O'Neill, this one's for you. This is the Glen of Aherlow by Johnny McAvoy.
My name is Patrick Sheehan and my years are 34. Tipperary is my dwelling place, not far from Galtymore. I come of honest parents who now are lying low, and many a pleasant day I spent in the glen of Aherlow. My father died, I closed his eyes outside our cabin door. The landlord and the sheriff, they were there the day before.
Then my loving mother and my sisters, they also were forced to go with broken hearts from the glen Barlow. For 3 long months in search of work, I wandered far and near. I went into the workhouse for to see my mother dear. The news I heard near broke my heart, but still in all my woe, I bless the friends that made her grave in the glen of Aberlow. And now young men who long to roam, take heed of what I say. Don't ever join the soldiers' ranks or wander far away. If ever you are tempted a soldiering to go, remember Patrick Sheehan and the glen of Aberlow. Remember Patrick Sheehan.
There you go, the Glen of Aberlow there for you, from Johnny McAvoy. And so whoever Patrick Sheehan is, I think that's what they're talking about in the song. Forgive my rudeness, I'm not sure, but anyway. So Hugh Neal, that's that one there on YouTube. There you go, mate. So that's your song of history this week for you, mate. So Hugh Neal says it's about the last battle of the Civil War. His comrades were Liam Lynch and his final holdout in the Glen of Aberlow. There you go. See, brilliant. Wee bit of information there for that song. It's a great wee tune, so it is, Hugh. So there you go. Cheers. Right, so where are you? James Corbett was looking, something said so strong. So then the last 25 minutes to go, folks. Going to try and fit in as many tunes as possible before we wrap her up. So, it's not the same version I asked for, but hey ho. All you said was ask me to play the Glens of Aberlow. What version were you looking for God's sake? Very picky, aren't you? Billy Bog said hi. Billy Bog, that's a new name. Hope you aren't the troll, are you? Billy Bog. A name like that there. Right. So yeah, so James Corp was looking something say too strong. So go to this version here. I haven't actually played it on the live Rebel Sunday show yet. So a lot of these will know who John Garrity is, the Belfast busker he's known as, and he's been doing a lot of sort of stuff recently for, of course, the Threshing Mill Boys. No, I didn't like that version, so I didn't, Hugh, that's why I didn't play it. So that's why I done the Johnny McAvoy version, so there you go. The Threshing Mill Boys was the first version that came up, but I didn't really like that one, so that's why I done the... Rowan McDonald says, Ru, I emailed you a version of Glen of Aberlow before of Albon doing it. Up-tempo sort of song. Right, Billy Bog, more music, less talking. Billy, you can piss off. So you can, if that's what your attitude's going to be. I'll just hit the wee delete button here now and go off the show. So if that's the way you're going to get on. Yeah, so listen, we'll go to this one here. So for James Corbett, he's looking for the Something Say Too Strong. So John Garrity, very, very good friend of mine. So actually, when we've done the live podcast last year, I mentioned we were only doing 3 of the whole year because of the COVID. So the second one we done in February, I was upstairs in the White Fort and I sat down with John Garrity and his great friend Jonathan Carriaga, who plays the guitar with him. So and he recorded a couple of songs as well, sitting doing the podcast. So he done Grace, and along with this one here. So this is Something Say Too Strong. This is an exclusive live version only for the Rebel podcast, recorded live on my own show last February. So it's John Garrity and Jonathan Carriaga with Something Say Too Strong, especially for James Corbett. Here we go.
The higher you build your barriers, the taller I become. The farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can't deny me, you can't decide to turn your face away. You can't deny me, you can't decide to turn your face away. And no matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. And I know that I won't make it, 'cause you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. There's something inside so strong. Oh Lord, something inside so strong. The more I refuse to hear my voice, oh Lord, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho, oh Lord, you're crumbling. Hey, brothers and sisters, when they insist that we're not good enough, oh. And when they know better, and they look him in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna do it anyway. And there's something inside so strong. And I know that I won't make it, because you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. And there's something inside so strong. Oh Lord, there's something inside so strong. Oh Lord, inside. Oh, something inside so strong. Yeah.
There you go, John Gardy, a slightly less tempoed version of that one there, and Jonathan Cariaga, and that was recorded live on the Rebel podcast last February, upstairs actually in the Wolf and Whistle Bar, for the second show of last year. And little do we know that after February, March will come and it'll be an absolute nightmare of COVID, and I would literally only get one more podcast recorded for the whole year. Crazy. Maura Burns, Hugh O'Neill. He says, it's okay, Ro, it's different lyrics. Remy said, stop complaining, Hugh, will you? Right, so Kevin Lother says, could you please play Michael Devane by Ray Collins? I'll look into that one. Right, so where are you? Let's see. Michael Heavey, Any Chance of Something by Paddy Mangan from the Druids. Right, so another 15 minutes or so left to go for you folks right today. Maybe more than 15 minutes. So we're going to do this one. This is from the Druids Starry Play album, where Paddy, obviously, he's no longer a member of the Druids, but he featured quite heavily in this album. So he did. So we're going to do this one. This is The Legend. So somebody actually asked for The Legend earlier on there from a different singer, so we'll do it now. Hopefully you're still listening in. So this is Paddy Mangan with the Druids, with The Legend, Mandela, and especially for Michael Heavey. Here we go, folks. This is Rebel Sundays with myself, Ro.
At the Yankee Stadium, underneath the lights, I heard a man speaking after years and years in jail. His name, it was Mandela, and he came to tell the tale. Well, the crowd, they cheered him loudly, but then the silence fell as he spoke about the hard years in a South African cell. Although he was free, his heart was feeling the pain, for his country and his people was still a part of the chain. He said he hoped that he would join them on freedom's path, and these roads would be the hardest, but they would be the last. And to join our hands together so we might be as one, and to bring ourselves to the cause so this war it could be won. I went home to bed that evening, went to sleep and I had a dream. I was standing in the pouring rain in an Irish field of green, and all around the headstones were the martyrs of the past. Well, I stood there in silence and they spoke to me at last. Kevin Barry is my name. I was tortured in the cell. They wanted the names of my comrades, but this I did not tell. And I am Roger Casement. I was hanged in London town for bringing German rifles to that lonely Bannostrand. James Conley is my name. The working people are my life. When they shot me down in Kilmainham jail with strife, and I am Padraig Pearse, I was shot down by the foe. I read the proclamation from the steps of the GPO. Now the last voice that I heard, he says my name is Bobby Sands, and it's good to hear Mandela's words ringing through the land. I want to hear them in Belfast, up in Derry and Tyrone. Oh, maybe then those English soldiers will know it's time to go home. Well, I woke up in the morning, I remember them all. And who would believe that they'd knock down that Berlin Wall? And now, said Mandela, oh, could this really be? Oh, maybe now we would see Ireland reunited and free. Yes, maybe now we would see Ireland reunited and free.
There we go. Sound of the legend from the Druids there, and of course that's a request for Paddy Mangan song right there. Hugh O'Neill, he's starting a bit of a fight here, so he is, Hugh. If you keep it up, I may have to get you a bar from the... There you go. That was from Michael Havey, the legend, sung by a true gent. Thanks very much, love the show. Not a problem, yeah. Paddy is one of those guys I'm actually going to be looking at getting him on the show. I'd mentioned it before, maybe last year. So, obviously now he's not with the Druids, he's not as busy, and sort of make... we've had Gary Lawler on from the Druids, we had, of course, Mick on, a month early last year. So I mean, maybe Paddy Mangan, maybe great to go on. He's a great story to tell. So he has. So we'll see about that, mate. That's a good shout. Maura Burns, love Rebel Sunday. Mickey K says, Ro, just wondering, what's your all-time favourite singer and all-time Rebel song? So if you maybe had a listen back, I done an actual podcast with local West Belfast singer Stephen, and we Dan as well, who runs the Irish Rebel Music page, and it was recorded like a 2-part one. Was basically sat my car out the house and recorded just a whole day of, and it was called Get the Rebs On. So you can back to SoundCloud and listen to it if you can. Basically, and we just speak about all three of us, our all-time favourite Rebel albums, all-time favourite Rebel tracks, and it's a great 2 episodes of the show. So go on the SoundCloud if you want to listen to that there. But back to what your question was. So Mickey K says, so what was my all-time favourite Rebel singer and Rebel song? So I think anything by the Irish Brigade, Jerry Glacken. I just think the guy has legendary status. I mean, so many ballads were written by Jerry that all other bands are known for and sing, and obviously there would have been nothing without Jerry Glacken of the Irish Brigade. So I have to say maybe the Irish Brigade is my all-time favourite Rebel band, and sort of Jerry would be my all-time favourite Rebel singer. But the track, which you all know if anyone's listening to the show every week, has to be Willie and Danny. Many different versions. I think I try and play them all in a different version of the show, but just the story of that their song, it gets me up every time. Just listening to it. I love the Anne Sparad version, the way Kev sort of plays the track, like it's sort of coming in from the master plan Oasis in that song. I love like Kelly's main version. Of course, it's the original Penger Band version. Really like as well Martin Higgins' version, the way he does it. But so I had to say it'd be the favourite track of all time. It had to be the Ballad of Willie and Danny. And favourite Rebel band or singer would have to be Jerry Glacken of the Irish Brigade. Right, so what are we going to do next? What do I have lined up here? So, Michael Devine from Ray Collins. So I'm just looking who asked for this one. I just found it on YouTube there. So I think it's like a new listener to the show. So we'll go to this. I'll just try and find the request. So just jump up these comments here. Literally the last whole pile of requests has been Busy Hugh and Celine. The rest of them had a wee buddy bites at each other. Right, so as well, Martin Strawbridge says, first time on the show and it won't be the last. Great afternoon. Thank you very much, mate. That's much appreciated. David Tempest Smith as well. Great all together, pal. Great show. Right, so where are you? So Kevin Lothar says, can you please play Michael Devine by Ray Collins? Yep, so this one is spicy for you. Haven't played this on the show before. I meant to listen to it before, actually, because when I went on to YouTube here, it was halfway through already. So yep. So here we go for, is it Kevin Lothar was looking for Michael Devine from Ray Collins, of course. Michael Devine, one of the last hunger striker to die. So hope you enjoy this one. Here we go. Michael Devine for Kevin Lothar.
The workers stood in silence at the thought of a man who had died. We heard the news at morning and down tools for the sight. We marched in silent anger. We made a class protest. As a 10th hunger striker in Longcash met his death. Weeks before we had heard your letter read out at the factory gates, telling of the H-block horror, Britain's cold regime of hate. We knew you were a freedom fighter. You would not be criminalized. Michael Devine from Derry City. For freedom you sacrificed. On the thoughts of your last hours as you slipped into death's cold hands, were you thinking of your loved ones, of friends throughout Ireland? Were you dreaming of your childhood laughing as you played with those other bogside children in those far off distant days. Did you hear the words of Conley as he fought at the GPO? Did you see the citizen army as they marched out to face the foe? Did you see the starry plough flying high above the Imperial Hotel? Did you hear the British guns roaring past in Conley's headquarters there? Or was your vision of the future in the ranks of the working class, scarlet banners flying as the serried ranks marched past? Oh, and Irish men and women in their thousands will answer the call, taking power from their oppressors to the strains of the International. You were a gallant soldier, you fought them to the last. Irish workers, tell your story from Limerick to Belfast, thinking on your struggle. Sure, it's hard not to cry. Michael Devine from Derry City, in our hearts you'll never die. Michael Devine from Derry City, in our hearts you'll never die.
There you go, and the ball to Michael Devine there for you, for Kevin Luther. That's Ray Collins, that one. If I was going to finish up here, we've got two more songs to fit in before we wrap up for the day. So, again, thanks to everyone, folks, who's given me a wee donation during the show. Fantastic. Thank you as all. A few people as well who's bought a few snoods and stuff while the show's been on. Brilliant. See you are. Right. So, Hugh O'Neill is basically, Celine is going to hit you about in the hole here, mate, in a minute. If you keep it up. Right. So, what we're going to do next? Emo Mel, so of course, Eamon Malley had said about going to do Rebel Sunday. Of course, that's what the show's named after, the great Damien Quinn song. And he's trying to get the 1 million views on YouTube, and he's not far off it. So, folks, if anything can do this here, just go on to YouTube, search in Rebel Sunday by Damien Quinn, and just listen, view the song. It'll get another view there. And like for a Rebel singer to get almost 1 million views is fantastic. And we'll get him a great wee plaque on the wall behind all his other great stuff he has in his home studio. So, this is for Eamon Mel. Who asked for this one? This is Damien Quinn with Rebel Sundays, folks. The last two songs of the day. Here we go.
Down the old Falls Road, Rebel Sunday is the day when you see Jerry Oak and Damien Quinn sing a song to the IRA. I ask you friends, are you heading to the rock? Cause I have Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn. He hits the Queen. And Jerry Oak, he loves shebeen. Well, Jerry Oak sings fuck your flag and fuck it again, while Damien Quinn sings 18 Brits and a nation once again. And I ask you friends, are you heading to the rock? Cause I have Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn. He hits the Queen. And Jerry Oak, he loves shebeen. They'll hear the songs of Bobby Sands and the men who fought and died. the broad black brimmer and the black and tans, and the provost lullaby. And your ship friends, are you heading to the rock? Cause the hand rebel Sundays and it's 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn, he hits the Queen, and Jerry Oak, he loves Shabby. Well, I took a stroll down the old Falls Road. Rebel Sunday is the day when you see Jerry Oak and Damien Quinn sing the songs of the IRA. I ask you, friends, are you heading to the rock? Cause the hot Rebel Sundays on at 6 o'clock. There's Damien Quinn, he hits the Queen, and Jerry Oak, he loves Shabby. Damien Quinn, he hits the Queen. 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 Jerry Oak, Jerry Oak. Jerry Oak, Jerry Oak. Jerry Oak, Jerry Oak.
There we go, Damien Quinn there with Rebel Sundays, and that was for Eamon Mail who asked for that one, folks. We're going to finish up here for you, as to say, loads of great comments today. Celine, catch you next week. Hugh, have a great Rebel Sunday. James McCleave, thank you, Ro. Another brilliant Sunday. Cheers, mate. Billy Bog at his shite talking again. More Rebs, Ro. The talking is no good. Well, Billy, if you don't like it, this is the way this show is. It's all about having a bit of crack, talking shite, and playing a few Rebs in between. So that's the way it is. There you go, Rich. So, another new listener to the show just today. I'm just seeing a comment there. So, Martin Strawbridge had asked me, he says, great show, first time tuning in, Martin. So, we'll do this one for you. You're honoured to get the last song of the day. So, here we go. It's the Brilliant Wolf Tones with the Celtic Symphony. So, first for our newest listener to the show, Martin Strawbridge. Folks, here we go. I'll see you all next week. And again, if you can throw something in the wee tip jar, it'd be much appreciated. Just go on to paypal.me/DJ Rose Show, or just click on the wee scan logo and send what you can through. Usual, much appreciated, folks. See you all next Sunday from 1 o'clock, as usual, with Rebel Sundays. Myself, Ro, Chucky Arla. See you all next week.
It was far across the sea when the devil got a hold of me. He wouldn't set me free, so he kept me sold for ransom. Na 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 na. I'm a sailor man from Glasgow town. I've roamed this world around and round. He's the meanest thing that I had found in all me days of wandering. Na 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 na. And I could see his evil eyes. What's then he took me by surprise. Take me to your paradise. I want to see the jungle. Na 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 na. Here we go again. We're on the road again. We're on the road again. We're on our way to paradise. We love the jungle deep. That's where the lion sleeps. For then those evil eyes, they have no place in paradise. Graffiti on the wall just as the sun was going down. I see graffiti on the wall of the cells, of the cells. Graffiti on the wall, it says we're magic, we're magic. Graffiti on the wall. Graffiti on the wall. And it says ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat.
went through each jungle deep, for the paradise that we did seek was no trip for the weak. There waltzing with the natives, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. From the Amazon to Borneo, from Africa to Tokyo, to the darkest jungles of the world, but nowhere could I lose him. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Around in circles everywhere.
Queens are slow, her tender love, they buzz face hair, chanter a shuncher pasta, the akbar, pantera not the top, and dots my in sabar well, they come. On was no sir, they gone where scrape, they labot now be left. Charlotte cannon around the veil.
You've been listening to Rebel podcast of Ruairí Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel podcast. Bhí sé bhgéisteach an sin leis an fád cruailí Rebel le Ruairí Carson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siúificail sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuaisiilta. Ní mór dit ach fád cruailí Rebel a curda.